Alright guys, it's time to shed light on the high suicide rates haunting the field of dentistry. The very field dedicated to bringing smiles to others is struggling to save its own. So today, join me as we delve deeper into the untold stories and the hidden struggles and the extraordinary resilience of dentists all around the world battling their inner demons. We're here to break the silence and ignite the conversations that need to be heard today. Together, we'll discover the steps we can take to create a safer, more compassionate dental community. It's time to rewrite the narrative to build a foundation for mental health awareness in dentistry. So strap yourselves in and let's get right into it. But before we start, please share this video with a friend who you think may need this help. Today I want to address the stigma surrounding high suicide rates among dentists and talk about the reasons that are contributing to this alarming trend. Now, when we embark on the journey of becoming a dentist, we often enter with uncertainty. We undergo rigorous education, pass clinical exams, complete clinical training, and it's driven partly by the advice of successful dentists from a different era. And these individuals may have portrayed dentistry as the ideal career with financial success and a really fulfilling lifestyle. However, the reality may differ significantly from our initial expectations. After investing years of our lives and substantial financial resources, we discover that the job doesn't always bring the happiness and positivity that we anticipated. There are numerous aspects of the profession beyond just clinical dentistry that really impact our well-being. Like many others, I developed a passion for dentistry at a young age and committed myself wholeheartedly. However, as I progressed in my career, I realized that the physical demands of dentistry caught me off guard. Each day, I experienced aching hands, back pain, and even neck strain. The physical toll of dentistry is far more substantial than I anticipated, despite my dedication to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Furthermore, there are hidden aspects of the profession that really take a toll on our bodies. The intense focus of the smallest amount of details over time can lead to worsening over the eyes. Additionally, the constant exposure to the loud noises of the drills contribute to hearing problems. These are challenges I have encountered throughout my short career, and unfortunately, there are no easy solutions. Prioritizing self-care, adapting healthy habits, and exercising will be crucial until the day we reach retirement. And apart from the physical strain, dentistry can also be mentally taxing. We engage in meticulous work and provide emotional support to our patients. And we must always present our best selves, wearing a smile even on our most challenging days. Our mood and emotional well-being greatly impacts the interactions we have on a daily basis and even affects the treatment outcomes. We often find ourselves counseling patients, discussing finances, and repeating the same information day in, day out. Discussing bridge versus implant, periodontal disease, why you need to floss more, the consequences of neglecting treatment. The list goes on and on. The constant repetition and emotional engagement sometimes can be overwhelming. Fortunately for me, I identify as an extrovert. I enjoy interacting and getting to know people. However, for my introverted friends, it's more important to recognize that this profession can be exceptionally taxing on your mental well-being. Many introverted friends of mine have chosen to specialize in fields where patient interaction is limited, opting for a more solitary practice. It's a valid choice that aligns with their own personality type. One significant factor that affects dentists' overall happiness is the immense amount of debt that we must accumulate to do this job. The burden of debt payments, sometimes reaching astronomical levels, adds tremendous pressure to our already very stressful lives. We work tirelessly for a comfortable lifestyle, but it can be heartbreaking to earn a doctor's salary while struggling to repay these kinds of loans. And sometimes it has me questioning if I would be better off financially if I chose a different career path. Comparisons to our peers flaunting their lifestyles on social media can also exaggerate this sense of dissatisfaction. When I had the opportunity to shadow my cousin at his private practice in New Jersey, I was shocked at how isolating and lonely it can be for a private practice dentist. Working in a small practice with a limited number of employees can leave you feeling like you're on an island with very few people you can relate to. Sometimes there are no fellow doctors to discuss cases with or share experiences because your staff members sometimes may not be at the same level as you in life. And when you become too close to your employees, that may be the point where they start taking advantage of you and your friendship. You are their boss at the end of the day. And sometimes they may show up late or start using their phone more often, thinking it's acceptable because you guys are friends. This can lead to disorganization and chaos and decline in productivity, ultimately affecting your bottom line. When you decide to become a dentist, you may not fully grasp the multitude of responsibilities and roles you must assume to run a successful private practice. Not only are you a clinician, but you also become a business manager responsible for running your own business, managing your own finances, doing your own taxes, dealing with your employees, act as a therapist for your patients, and continuously be a student as new procedures and techniques are constantly emerging. And speaking from experience, all of this stuff takes a toll on me. At the end of the day, I feel stretched thin with everyone seeking answers and guidance. Clinical questions, financial inquiries, insurance concerns, unhappy patients. All of these things demand a lot of attention, and everything rests on my shoulders. There's an overwhelming number of roles that I must juggle simultaneously to ensure smooth operation of my business. One of the most disheartening aspects of being a dentist is dealing with patients who have negative feelings towards us. Hearing their expressions of the dislike for dentists, fear of needles, resistance to treatment, all in all, can be emotionally draining. It is really challenging to face constant negativity and feel underappreciated for our efforts, no matter how hard we try. Have you ever been told by somebody that they hate you? Well, as a dentist, I experience it just about every single day. And at some point, it just becomes exhausting. I have to maintain this happy facade, laughing it all off, responding with humor, saying things like, "Oh yeah, I hate the dentist too. That's why I became one." I just have to brush it off and make it light. Otherwise, it can add more stress to my already stressful life. And despite this, we must maintain a positive facade, providing support and lightening the mood just to ensure proper patient care. The stigma surrounding high suicide rates among dentists persists, and it's important to understand why. The mismatch between expectations and the reality, the physical strains, the financial pressures, and the emotional toll all can have a huge impact on a dentist's mental health. These aspects of the profession are often overlooked when you're young and deciding what exciting and sexy career to pursue. However, there are crucial factors contributing to the unhappiness experienced by dentists, and they play a role in historically high suicide rates among dental professionals. Another important aspect to consider is the unpredictability of our work. Research has shown that unpredictability is one of the major contributing factors to stress, and dentistry can be highly unpredictable. For instance, I may perform a root canal on a lower incisor for an emergency patient who's coming in pain. It's a common procedure we do as general dentists. However, during the process, I may discover additional canals or secondary canal, lingual canal, which starts to add complexity to the difficulty of the procedure. Suddenly, I find myself struggling navigating the canal, feeling stuck and unable to proceed, when it was just an anterior tooth root canal. In such cases, now I have to refer the patient to a specialist, and now the patient can get upset with me and be really frustrated. And I noticed that these unpredictable situations can also arise during various other procedures, like surgical extractions. While some cases may appear to be straightforward on x-ray, there can be unexpected complications, like a broken root in the bone due to a deflection that I really didn't see on the x-ray. Such situations not only add to my stress levels, but also lead to a dissatisfied patient and another series of challenges. This is precisely why it is crucial for us to strive to become better dentists, improve our clinical efficiency, and know when to refer to specialists. However, it's worth noting that these highly unpredictable procedures are often the ones that bring in the highest financial gain. The two pain specialties, endodontics and oral surgery, tend to be the highly specialized fields that require overcoming various obstacles and mishaps, but they're also extremely financially rewarding. If you're considering a career as a general dentist and you love the intricate work and the meticulous nature of dentistry, you most likely will have a level of perfectionism built in within you. And I can relate to this because I'm constantly examining my work with high magnification, photography, and I'm noticing the smallest details and imperfections. I can discern when my work is acceptable but not excellent, and I'm always striving for clinical excellence. Consequently, I often experience a sense of inadequacy. And these thoughts drive me crazy. As I continue to practice general dentistry, I'm starting to increasingly understand just how mentally taxing it can be. Oftentimes, I begin to feel a sense of sadness, hurt, and emptiness. Also, it's important to note that there is a growing trend towards corporate dentistry. Personally, I have joined a corporate dental practice and I have found value in the experience it provides to me. However, upon graduation from dental school and putting on that nice, fresh white coat, you may come to realize that now you're just another employee. You have a boss that may push for certain treatments and demand that you work a little faster. And this not only applies to corporate dentistry, but private practice also. Any employee will prioritize their bottom line, and you as the employee are expected to contribute towards their goals. Now, while you may have dreams of becoming your own boss one day, initially, it can be challenging to take orders from somebody else, especially the type A person that dentistry attracts. When your superiors point out areas for improvement or express dissatisfaction with your performance, it can be difficult to handle. But it's crucial to take their feedback constructively and maintain a positive attitude. Personally, I struggled with this so much coming out of school. The transition to working under bosses who highlighted my shortcomings and pushed me to improve was quite challenging. However, I quickly realized that it wasn't about the individuals themselves, but the role that they were playing and the positions that they had. They weren't really out against me, but they were simply just doing their job, just as somebody else who might be evaluating them who's higher up. And it took time for me to adjust to a full-time job, working 5 to 6 days a week, really long hours, all while being told that, your best isn't good enough, doc. To sum it all up, if you're currently feeling unhappy, inadequate, or sad by your life as a dentist, I want to assure you that you're doing okay. Remember that you're surrounded by people who love you, and it's important to appreciate just how far you've actually come. Think about the accomplishments you've achieved to become the person you are today. I never forget the moments that I had to struggle to get here, the accomplishments I've done myself in my personal life to become a doctor of dental surgery. And if you take one thing from this video, guys, please just understand that every single day you are making a major impact on so many people's lives as a doctor. And remember, you are not alone. Please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram and share your stories with me. I'd be glad to hear you out and just listen for a moment. If you wanted to have a conversation, put some comments down below. Share your happy moments and discuss the challenges you're facing now. The main reason I started this channel was to create a safe space for open communication where we can support one another and foster growth. As dental professionals, we must prioritize self-care, seek support when needed, and foster open conversations about managing money and mental health. Doing these things and seeking a balance that promotes professional fulfillment and personal happiness should be the end goal. And guys, just as a side note, there was a specific reason I chose to use this Linkin Park album cover for my video today. Not only are they one of my favorite bands of all time, but the lead singer, Chester Bennington, actually committed suicide. He was a worldwide rock star with a net worth of over $30 million and 6 beautiful children. But his death serves as a reminder of the impact of mental health issues, and that no one is immune to the challenges that mental health presents. So please remember that you are not alone, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Everything will be just okay. Until next time, guys, I'm Dr. Rana.